You are tuning in late to the apocalypse. Welcome to Brains, a D&D podcast. On with the show.
Welcome back, lads.
Hello.
Ooh.
Oh, what a horrible way to start.
Yeah, last episode was unfortunately lost to iCloud file corruption.
Lost to the Horde.
We lost the episode. I moved some stuff around on iCloud, not intentionally. It just automatically uploaded and I tried to get rid of it. And then in all the movement, the files were corrupted. I nearly lost 3 episodes, but I saved 2 of them. But last episode was lost, so I'm going to recap that now. Last time, our heroes, now down to only 2 of you, because Ewan was missing in action, and Danger Mike was tragically crushed by the elevator. You were caught between a group of mysterious assassins, an unknown vehicle down the other end of the street, and zombies were crawling out of pretty much every building and all the ruins around you. We were then introduced to the group from Sunnover town, a leader by the name of Edward Cunningham III, his odd-looking companion, another Sunnover leader by the name of General Tony, as well as Eddie's temporary character for that session, Jérémy Lemon, a mysterious French hitman, and Templar's new character, Safety Steve, a cowardly health administrator currently situated in Sunnover town.
Draven.
Safety.
Together, you battled the group of assassins who revealed themselves as an organization called the B-Men, and you found out they had a lot of issues and drama between them. Edward executed Zombie Mike, and together through some snappy back and forth, some excellent pole gymnastics by Hamish, and a near tantrum by Charles, where you discovered just how quickly he loses his patience as he brutally shot his way through the B-Men in an excellent speech. You then defeated all the assassins and were suddenly surrounded by zombies. You and Fernandez and Bobby then began to roll death saves, those who were trapped inside the video game, and you guys began running and jumping through all the rubble, desperately trying to avoid the ever-increasing crowd of zombies behind you. You finally found refuge in an abandoned arcade that somehow survived the destruction of Vineville, and you found a very suspicious little man. But with a keen insight check, Charles found immediate distrust in the little man and shot him in the face, dropping him dead right then and there.
I shook his hand first. It was the best distraction.
Clearly your patience had run out. However, he managed to release 5 zombies that seemed to have been trapped in one of the arcade games. You guys fought them, killed them, chased them away, and began to investigate the arcade. Jérémy Lemons found the card that the little man had on him and decided to drop it and hide. Hamish picked up the card and managed to figure out that by using the card, he could pull people out of the arcade games and managed to successfully rescue Ewan, Bobby No Brains, and Fernandez.
Losing his arm.
You then went around pulling out a couple of refugees from Vineville that were trapped in the video games, and the man you were looking for at Vineville called Faber, the carpenter from Thornspring Village. And you investigated a little sound for a second because you suddenly heard some beeping and you discovered that the man that Charles shot in the face had left a bomb in case that ever happened. You then had 2 minutes to escape. You all ran into a hangar behind the arcade and quickly hopped on a bus. Just about got it started in time to run away, but Charles was knocked out by the explosion while he was driving it, and while unconscious managed to pass dexterity saving throws and duck and weave explosions and crowd of zombies, and you guys blazed out of Wineville onto the open road, and we are now on the bus. Who is everyone sitting with on the bus? Because I know Edward is standing by Charles, who is driving, and General Tony is sat next to them. How about the rest of you?
I think I was
Ewan is. Yeah. Ewan's gonna go sit next to this new guy, Steve. Figure out what he's about.
And I assume Fernandez is going to
move away.
I just follow him while pestering him with the question. So, how many ribs you got?
The last I have 36. Wait, was it 36?
I think so.
I can't remember.
You have all of Danger Mike's missing ones.
Exactly.
Do you guys also have Danger Mike's body in the back?
I
Because you
do
brought that
Danger
with
Mike-
you.
I sit by his body.
You guys already looted his body. You've got all his items.
Including his
Fernandez
rib?
is also with Ewan and Steve. Hamish, are you just sitting on your own, or are you sitting with?
I mean, I was previously sitting with Charles,
You can go sit with Charles.
but I reckon, is it an open-topped bus?
I don't know. Let me
I'm
roll.
sitting wherever I can actually fit my caber in.
Okay.
Hold of it.
10 or higher, it's an open top bus.
No, wait, actually, I know what I'm doing. I know what
It's
I'm
a
doing.
4. The bus is closed. It's a regular bus.
I'm chatting with the educated lads up front, pretending I know what they're talking about. Just sort of adding in little comments like yes or indeed or I was thinking the same thing.
Right,
Okay.
of course you were. Good sport. Good job.
Edward turns around and he's like, yes, good lad, yes. And Edward is going to... he turns to you, Charles, and he's like, so you're not from the Withbotham mansion on the island, then?
What?
But the Withbotham mansion on the island, you're not from there, then?
No, I'm not. I'm from off island.
Of course.
Yes. I
Well-
thought I wanted adventure. I was stuck in my home, and then I was presented this cruise. It didn't go too well, and now here we are.
Is that the one that crashed into the Sunnover beach lately?
Yes, and just, if you were curious, I had absolutely nothing to do with its shipwreck and destruction whatsoever.
Right. Give me a deception check.
Damn it. Perception.
Deception.
Deception. Oh
Hamish
no.
could give him
Yes,
guidance
sir.
on this, but I don't think he's over.
That
doing
is a 5.
He looks really concerned. He goes, oh, it's very strange for you to bring that up. I wouldn't have assumed if you hadn't mentioned it.
Well, you see, I was just making a joke, because, that's what we do. Us Woodbothams, we're very famous for our jokes.
Indeed, he's the funniest
Can
guy in our
I
party.
walk over to Hamish and say, is there something I missed? Did he hit his head or something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think his
He
trousers are
did-
just
he
about
did-
15 sizes
you know-
too tight.
You do know he passed out while driving a bus through a minefield.
And your point is...
And I kept you all alive.
I don't see anything unusual about that whatsoever. It's all in a day's work for us.
Yes, Charles,
Yeah.
and we're very grateful for it. Good job.
He didn't have a seatbelt. That is so unsafe.
Shut
I
up
thought
back
this-
there.
We fought a crocodile that almost killed me like 3 times. We don't know the meaning of the word safe.
When you say that, you hear Faber, this chunky guy that you rescued. He goes, "Oh, so you managed to take down the beast."
We
haven't
did.
been able to do that for a while.
I in fact landed the killing blow on said beast.
That's not true. It is
Good
not.
lad.
Actually,
good
no,
lad.
it is.
Alive that entire
It was on 1 HP, and I stabbed my knife through its head.
That is a lie. I actually was magnificent, did a triple backflip, landed, and then flicked it in the eyeball, causing it to immediately die.
Charles, give me another deception check.
I am amazing. I got a 9.
Well, what you guys might not know was I was following you this entire time, and one of my clipboards actually landed the finishing blow.
You can get a deception check as well.
I was from a safe distance, so you didn't see me. 12.
Faber looks. His eyebrows furrow, and he says, "I think you all better get your story straight, because you're sounding a bit confusing."
Right,
Whatever happened, the gate is dead, And we've harvested its skin and things because we're just so very morbid and edgy. So I was wondering, I was told that you could probably help us make something.
You've got the alligator skin. Oh, I can help
Indeed,
you with
I
that. He takes it from you
Start
and
to pull it out from under my kilt.
oh, this is excellent. He strokes it very gently, and he's like, I can definitely make something out of this. Just wait till we get to this Sunnover place, and I'll fix you some armor right up.
Fantastic.
Please tell me he makes a pair of Crocs.
We'll
yes, ma'am.
see. Edward then turns to you and he says, don't mind Steve. He's a bit talkative, but he's been quite useful with us over the past years. He's been at Sunnover with us for a while. He's actually helped quite a lot, with health and sanitation and the population's overall hygiene.
Right, and what is he doing here, where there's danger and you need to fight things?
I
To make
was
it
going to
so
raise
it's
that
less
question.
dangerous? Do I?
Well, we always take a couple of people with us whenever we go to Vineville, but of course we weren't expecting it to be entirely destroyed.
Ah, right, okay, I forgot about that. My
We're
mistake.
We were on our way to
If you had
Vineville
read-
to do some trade negotiations. You see, Vineville is the place where we usually get most of our food supply. We trade them water, they trade us food. It's been our deal for a while. You see, we built
we eat
Sunnover
hemp.
years ago next to some water purifiers, and we finally got the second one working, and we were planning to just increase the scope of our deal since we've had a bit of a famine problem recently. It's been our farms have gotten a little tainted, our crops aren't doing so well, and it hasn't rained for weeks. But Vineville is the best place on this island for food, and they've got excellent farming supplies and farming like huge acres of land, but evidently that is not the case anymore.
Indeed.
Right, and I suppose it doesn't help now that it's all been blown to smithereens as well.
No, it really isn't. You see, Vineville also had trade negotiations with other places that we've got they're not really allies per se, but we do trade with other factions around the island. Places like Shaftsville or sometimes Fabricon and other small places around.
Of course, we've definitely heard of those places. Yes.
Sorry, my mistake. I forgot you fellas weren't from the island. He pulls out a little map he has, and he shows you the map of Immortui, and it's got little labels on different parts of it where you can see the different cities, and you see labels like Luminos City, Fabricon Prime, a little place called Shaftsville. You see some markers for little hidden tribes around the island. And we, the rest of the town don't really know about Thornspring Village, but we do little trades with them. And I've sent scouts over to Thornspring, to Shaftsville, to a couple other places, and they all seem to be experiencing the same problem with food. It seems like the lack of food supply is catching up with everyone, really. We've been surviving the apocalypse for years, but something seems to be wrong.
I mean, it makes sense.
You know what's wrong? You didn't listen to my advice about the rationing. I said it was the safest route. No one listened. Now look what's happening.
Yes, all right, Steve, but we have started rationing now.
That is why I elect myself as president of Immortui. No, I'm not going to go with that.
I see some danger Mike popping into this.
Yeah, I've it's hard, okay?
The plot plays one character and one character only.
I'm supposed to be the polar opposite, and yet...
Yeah, you're here still. I wish to be president.
If I might inquire, Charles, was it?
Yes, that is my name.
Who were those cloaked fellows after you?
See, now, they are reasonably new to us as well. It seems they like to call themselves the Bee Men.
Can't say I've heard of this organization.
Exactly that. It seems to be brand new, specifically made to target us, the A-Men, the superior alpha males.
All right. course, I've heard some little snippets about the Amen. It's astounding how quickly that little story has spread around the other towns and
Well, I
villages.
can assure you that it is 100% true. All of it.
Stupendous.
Right.
And
Even the stuff about you slaughtering thousands of innocents.
Mostly.
Okay, so maybe there may be a few hiccups that happened along the way, but I can assure you the main points are still there.
Right.
But yes, it seems someone that we left behind on a holy crusade seems to have mistaken the holy crusade's goals and is now trying to attack us and slaughter us. So
You mean Brian?
yes.
Oh yeah, I've still got Brian's gun.
We should kill him
Will
with
not
it.
be loaded.
What?
Ewan, who are you sitting next to on the bus again? You're sitting with Steve, aren't you?
I am sitting with Steve, yes. I'm trying
No,
to
you
get to
are
know
not.
our new friend.
You are not sitting with me. You filthy.
I'm sitting behind Steve then.
Can I do an investigation check whether Steve's got a seatbelt on?
Yes.
Of course I have a seatbelt on.
I
Even
mean,
though buses don't usually have seatbelts, I took one with me.
he brought his own seatbelt.
You just got a knife out and cut it out of like the car that was there as well.
He quickly
Well,
jumped
that
into
one
the other
anyway.
car, took the seatbelt, and took him with him onto the bus.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
he
like
absolutely
how,
has got a seatbelt on.
just like how Mike has, like, basically infinite helmets, I have infinite seatbelts all the time.
Do they do those whips or something?
Always strapped around.
I thought it was clipboards.
That as well. I have lots of infinite stuff on me.
I'm just
Can't be
imagining
too
Steve
safe.
looking like an Egyptian mummy, except it's seatbelts rather than bandages.
Now, I must ask, where is it exactly that we're going? We're going to your place, your crib, your abode.
Oh, it's
Your crib.
well, not to brag, but it is my town.
Right.
I settled this town well, not many years ago, but around the time the apocalypse started. I came from a very rich and powerful family, not as powerful as the Withbothams, of course. I don't know if you've heard of the Cunninghams, but we do try our best. But my father was quite unloving, and he abandoned us from an early age. He went to import his spices and manage his trading business, but what do I care about that? I haven't seen him since the apocalypse started. Anyway, me and my mothers, we gathered a couple other powerful families, and we found these, well, we had to abandon our holiday home on the island because that's where we were staying. And we settled this town by Sunnover Beach next to these water purifiers, as I mentioned before. And I just began gathering them together. We eventually built a small community at home. However, we eventually had to learn not to trust all outsiders. We had little attacks and raids from other factions. You see, as factions grow, they want more power and they start competing. Places like, well, especially Glitterhold, though we have had mostly a very peaceful treaty with Glitterhold recently, but you can never know. Then eventually we were joined by General Tony here. You guys see Tony kind of folds in on himself, and you see the three little men sit all together on one chair. This is Tony, Mickey, and Joey, and they joined us a couple of months back. They brought with them like a huge stock full of supplies and blueprints for farming equipment. But all they asked of us is that we let them join our home and not ask too much about where they came from, and I've learned to do exactly that.
Right.
I walk up to those three and ask them where they came from.
Yeah,
Good.
I
As
stay
you walk
far
up to
away
them,
from them.
the plumpiest one, Tony, the one whose face you saw, he's the one who sits at the top. He's like, he meant, look, we don't ask where you come from, so don't you ask us where we come from, okay?
Scottish
I
Highlands.
mean, most people don't normally need to ask. I'm on the TV quite a lot.
What's the TV anyway?
Yeah,
What's the TV with you?
we support the Italian team, so we don't really know exactly who you are.
Oh, Italian teams, yeah, been there,
That
beat
where you
them,
come from?
all of them.
Oh, you want to
Every
go?
single one.
Every single one, all of them.
Hey,
Beat them at
hey,
the World Cup.
Hey,
Like
we'll
the
arm
national
wrestle
team.
right now.
Oh, let's go, Sonny O.
Right, give me an opposed strength check.
Against
Oh.
3 of them.
Against all 3.
Yeah, they're all like stacked on top of each other.
Can I give him guidance on this?
19.
You can't give him a help action.
No. Oh, just guidance.
He rolled with a help action. He rolled a 4 and a 2.
Oh, yeah, so I just...
You struggle for a bit, and you just slam him into the ground. He's like, all right.
So, where you from?
Ewan's getting falafel.
We don't
here.
tell nobody this, but we came from Luminar City. It's the big city in the middle. It's a bit abandoned right now. And, well, we were members of the Nadio crime family. You heard of them?
The Mafia, yeah.
The main mafia on this island. And things got a little political down in Lumio City, and we didn't want no part of it. So we scooped. We left. We took some supplies, stole the blueprints, and kaput. Luckily enough, this blonde boy Edward let us into his town, and we've been working here ever since. Okay. Steve, you look at Ewan and Fernandez, and you recognize their uniforms, because you know you've seen these uniforms before. You've been at Sunnover for a while, and as you've been welcoming people and refugees from the recent cruise, you've met 2 of these football players that have come from the cruise, and they're in Sunnover right now. And you know them as Kozlov and Bronco. And you remember they were extremely dirty and had lots of alcohol on them, and you thought it was very unsanitary.
And very unsafe.
Yeah, sounds like those 2.
Dirty boys.
You choose whether you want to tell Ewan and Fernandez.
Do you tell him?
Yes.
There was definitely some thinking going on there.
I can
Yeah.
hear the cogs turning.
What cogs?
Yeah,
Are they
cogs
Never
are
mind, I can
unsafe.
hear
They
the
would,
hamster on the wheel.
That's also unsafe. Why would there be a hamster in his brain?
That's what powers it.
Ewan, Fernandez walks up and sits next to you. You haven't seen him since the cruise. And he says, so what's this little friend you have on your belt?
Oh, this is Bobby.
No brain? Oh,
Yeah, that's all he says.
no brain.
Yeah.
So
He's harmless,
he's
I hope.
He's
but,
literally
he's a zombie.
I
yes.
highly doubt that.
Yes. He's
Yeah. Yeah, but he thinks that my intelligence is so low that he doesn't see me as food, which is quite nice.
He's right.
I'd better stay away or he'll attack me. Yeah.
Oh no, he was in that game with us. He didn't think you were food either.
Oh, little weird, but he then sits for a second. He's like, "So where is the rest of the team? How did you get separated from everyone?"
So, we got separated on the boat when we all got very drunk.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Then the boat crashed. I landed with these 2. I point to Hamish and Charles, and one other guy who is sadly no longer with us.
Who was he?
Sadly.
Oh, I point to the body in the back. Oh, it was that guy.
Just a rotting corpse, like,
I point
flies
to the
all
rotting
around it.
corpse in the back.
That's
It was that.
very
that
strange. What was his name?
Mike. Dangerous Michael.
Donna Mike.
Donga
Steve.
Mike.
Steve, you
It was German, I think.
Steve, you hadn't realized that the body and that zombie that you saw was Danger Mike, but you did just hear Ewan say that body is indeed Danger Mike.
Him.
You-
I consider going towards the body, but it looks very unsanitary right now, so I don't.
You see his 2 ribs protruding out of the body.
The Kill Bill music plays as I make eye contact with it.
The head's gone.
make rib contact.
Yeah, I yank him out.
You take
And
his ribs.
shove them into your own body.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
I just engulfed them like. Whoa.
As you look at his dead body, you just almost hear his voice in your head as it fills you with rage. Danger.
God, I hate that guy and anyone that sounds or looks like him.
As you interact with his body, give me a religion check.
Oh no. Religion. 9.
Okay, you think for a second that you feel something strange, but it's just you being angry at Danger Mike and all that he's done to you in the past.
What exactly has he done to you?
I can't get into that.
I guess we gotta respect his boundaries. Faber, just pops up. Gotta understand that.
About boundaries.
Arm wrestle. I can't because I'm driving, but
I'll arm wrestle someone.
Edward, he looks over to you and he says, "If you want to arm wrestle Charles, that's fine. I'll take over the wheel."
All right. Jolly good show. Let's give it a go.
Bring it on, posh boy. Give me.
Excuse me. I pull up.
I'll play the winner.
Give me the post-strength check.
Say again. What was that? A strength check. Oh, yeah. All right, hold on.
I'll twiddle your suit and bring you down, boy.
I wouldn't say that if I was you. I get a little bit rowdy sometimes.
I yell over to Charles, you can do it, I guess.
Is a natural 17.
He only got a 15. You struggle with him.
20 pounds of Charles.
What?
20 pounds of Charles. Right before.
Fine match, boy. You're much stronger than you look. And he gives you a proper handshake.
Right, I want to arm wrestle. I want to arm wrestle Charles now. We need to settle some differences.
You see Faber stands up and he's like, "All right, everyone on the bus, place your bets. You've got Posh Boy who's surprisingly strong. And on the other hand, you might know him from TV. It's you and Jackson.
If I win this, you forgive me for the boat."
Never! Place your bets, everyone.
$19.
100 on you and Jackson.
That is a nat 20.
Oh,
100 on
no!
Charles. 100 on Charles. I said Charles.
Fair play.
You guys, with a 19 and 20, you guys are struggling there for a long time, and Ewan just about manages to bring Charles's hand down to the table.
What?
Oh no, other way around. Sorry,
yes!
Charles manages to bring down Ewan's hand. And
That's so surprising. Even the DM couldn't believe it.
The whole bus erupts into cheers as the refugees and all the people.
I shake Charles's hand. Good game.
Good game.
It goes so bad.
And then the driver comes up and shakes your hand. Oh, yeah.
Good game. We trash into a tree.
You guys are still bumping along the road. Faber then turns to you, Charles, and he goes, actually no, he turns to Hamish and Charles, both of you, and he says, "So how did you two end up with Thorn Spring Village?"
Well, I feel like
I was there as well.
You've got this. You do your best to describe it.
There's 10 hours worth of brains you can listen to. I mean, I think that'll fill you in.
Oh, a podcast! I love a good podcast.
Turns out Danger Mike was recording everything and still is. There's a microphone just on his body
You reach
somewhere.
into Danger Mike's pocket and you pull out a phone that has nothing on it except Brains, a D&D podcast.
And somehow it's still on 90% battery.
It's going up.
The battery is using his own juices.
Yeah.
Faber then asks you, "So, how's Delectus doing? Is he alright?"
I said it last time, one of you two can.
Yeah.
It's
So-
all yours.
Just as we defeated the beast, have been all heroic and everything, a bunch of zombies dropped out of the trees and they really got the drop on us, as it were. And
Right.
they took off Delectus, and we do not know where he is.
Zombies dragged him into the woods.
Indeed.
He was my favorite
Organized.
one that I keep remembering exists.
Oh,
Yes,
Right.
it truly was something strange.
We all wept. I mean,
Young
I
Bing
remember
must be in
you
charge
were
now, yes?
absolutely inconsolable.
I believe so.
Young Bing is in charge.
Indeed.
I think,
Yeah,
yes.
Good. Me and Delectus go way back. We were both dads. We were buds before the apocalypse. Mine and Dave's kids are actually still there at Sunnover. Dave was a dad. We were neighbours and we watched football every Sunday and played football together. And our kids went to the same school. But when the apocalypse began, our families took some of the other families from the neighbourhood and we ran to the forest. Then, well, obviously we don't know shite about the forest and how to survive in the woods. We're just a couple of dads. We know how to work a grill. We know how to find the best beer at the store, but
Swing a
not how
hammer.
to survive in the forest. Then you were found by these sorts of weird Highlanders, I guess you'd call them. They seemed to be native to the island, and yet they spoke with the
You said
wisdom.
Highlanders.
It's sort of Highlanders. I don't really know them. They were only with us for about a week. They spoke with the wisdom of men who had travelled the entire world. They taught us how to survive in the woods, how to hunt, fish, farm, and introduced us to some religion, some much-needed faith, if I'm honest. That's when we met the witch doctor. So strange yet powerful. She guided us through the forest at night and strayed us from dangerous hordes and predators. She was some sort of spiritual guardian of all the forests on the island. Now we
When-
praise her all the time in the village.
When you mentioned the witch doctor, I look over at Steve thinking it's Mike and then quickly turn and look at the corpse in the back instead.
Just share a knowing wink with the corpse.
even though it doesn't have a head, I just
Why
wink
is
at
it
the
permanently
corpse.
doing a both eyes wink?
So, you guys, you found Thornton Spring and Bing sent you for me, I'm guessing.
Indeed. I'm saying that a lot, indeed.
Alright, well, after we reach Sunnover, when we sort out whatever business is there, I'll vouch for you once we're back in Thorn Spring, and you'll have a home there, if you want it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What else have
Would
I
be most
got?
appreciated.
So those Highlanders you were talking about, what were
Yes.
they like? What did they look like? Tell me
Well,
about them.
They were native to Imortui, so their accent could be pretty much anything. This place is wild. But they seem
Well,
to
that's
have
an
some sort of
understatement.
Scottish background. They were
sort of
short and
spoke-
stuff. They looked quite a bit like you. They were ginger.
They were all gingers.
Well, most of them
By
anyway.
any chance catch their last names?
Don't think I could tell you, if I'm honest.
Do you know where they went?
Well, after they helped us, they sort of just disappeared into the woods. They told us they were going north,
No.
towards the scalps, but haven't heard anything from them since.
Thank you.
From what I gather, they're quite the
Oh.
travelers, so they could be anywhere at this point.
Did they have any animals on them?
All sorts of animals, actually. They seem to transport different sheep and these weird-looking bisons and some small, very loud creatures. They seem to be some sort of, I don't know, shepherds of all sorts of creatures.
I think I might know them.
What, you one of them? You look a bit like a bit of a Highlander yourself.
I was one of them, yes. I mean, I was sort of the black haggis of the family because, yeah, they're all sort of all druids and all of that jazz, and I prefer people. But also, they
Right.
don't think haggis exist.
What exactly is a haggis?
I take out wee Jock from under my Scottish beret this time and present him to him as if I'm giving him some sort of trophy or precious possession.
Oh, Christ almighty, what is that? That's the noise it made.
I am so glad you asked. A haggis is the highest form of art ever created.
Well, it's a darn fluffy little thing.
The safest of all animals. I respect.
I mean, it's practically an alarm in itself.
You're my new favorite.
So quick.
You see, he's very reluctant, but he does very gently stroke Weejock, and it just like nuzzles into his hand.
Ah, that's a good boy right there.
Literally into his hand.
You, Charles, you look behind you and you eventually see Edward is driving you down this road, and you start to see Sunnover town in the distance. You approach it, and it's got a sort of big, quite sturdy wall made of metal sheets and wood and different like trees and
Metal
buildings. It's very makeshift, but it does look extremely sturdy, and it's quite big. It is a whole town. And you arrive at the gates, and you see two guards posted above the gate holding rifles, and they're like, "Who goes there?" And Charles
so safe.
simply pops his head, not Charles, Edward pops its head out the window. He's like, "It's all right, it's us, you can let us in." And the gates.
Right, and Edward, before we storm inside, I was merely wondering, this bus is ours, correct?
Yes, of course, you can keep this vehicle.
And lastly as well, do you know what the gas is on? I can't really see from here, but...
The gas?
Well, you know, diesel, whatever, the fuel, I'm not experienced in these automobiles.
Well, I'm not sure, but we can have one of our mechanics look at it.
Righto, that'd be...
Well, actually,
splendid.
Steve might know. Steve knows what oils are safer than others. Steve?
Hey, it's electric.
Oh,
It runs entirely on marijuana.
Yeah, that's
why do
why.
you think that?
If it's electric, we've got a generator. We can burn some wood and some coal and give you some energy to last you a couple journeys.
Have you
Right.
got any hydroelectric power? You've got all this water.
Let me check what Sunnover have.
Out of character, A-level geography, baby.
Well, we do have a little bit. We've started to work on some hydraulics up near the river and the lake, but we haven't had much success with it. The river's not very powerful, and so we've been mainly running on what we could find. You guys enter the village, the town, sorry, and you see it's like everything seems to be makeshift. The buildings have been repaired with bits of wood and sheets of metal. You see lots of hanging clothes. You see a mix of torches and oil lamps, and you see a couple electric light bulbs. You see people are very busy. You see some like you see a windmill. You see some farming machinery. You see behind the walls there's like some acres of farmland, but it all looks a bit dry and a bit dead. The spirits of the whole town seem to be like lessened. You almost feel that everyone looks hungry and they're not happy. And you guys park the bus by the side of some buildings, and you step out into the street. And Edward leads you to this big building across from a hotel. That hotel right there, well, it's not technically a hotel anymore. We've refurbished it into an infirmary, so best keep out of there for now. Follow me to... We've got an old inn. We've got a bar there, and we've got a couple of places all of you can sleep for the night. Steve, you've actually been sleeping. You've got a house. You've been bunking with Edward in his house and General Tony. You've become quite a higher up in Sunnover town. All the health administration, all the hygiene and stuff you've done for the population has actually helped a lot. So you're quite a respected position in Sunnover town.
Good. I mean, I know this, obviously. Don't know why you're telling me this. Jeez.
Edward sends General Tony off with the refugees. He sends Faber over to a workshop where he's already got a place to stay for the night. And Edward leads you into the bar, and he's just like
So, all right, tonight's just a night where you can rest, have a drink. We've luckily got quite a large supply of drinks. And we've got rooms for you upstairs.
Do you happen to have anything... This sounds stupid as a cleric, but do you happen to have anything that restores health? So I'm fairly sure I'm on 1 HP again.
Well, we've got an infirmary, so we can stop by there to patch your wounds.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't want to die because of a hangover.
Of course.
Yes, I'd like to point out, we have just been on this crazy adventure, so I think what everyone sensible would do is go upstairs, have a nice healthy
drink.
And
However, I doubt we are very sensible, so I suggest we go to the bar and get absolutely wasted.
Yeah.
I agree
I
with the
agree
first
with
part
you.
of that statement.
I go and pat Charles on the back and say, for once, I completely agree with you.
Don't touch me.
Edward
I
turns
agree
to
with
you,
that.
Steve.
We'll make an
Um,
SMP voter review yet.
Edward turns to you, Steve, and he says, I've got higher up business to attend to. Since Vineville was destroyed, I need to relay that to the others, and...
I've got higher up business.
I obviously have to relay that and figure out some sort of plan, otherwise we're all going to starve. So why don't you show these kind fellows to their rooms, and, well, the night is yours, boys. And he walks out, and you guys are in this town, and it's up to you what you want to do now.
Your rooms are upstairs. See ya.
Steve, where do you go?
To sleep. Away from these guys. They just drove a bus through a minefield. I don't want to stay with them.
You'll learn to like us.
Okay, Steve for the night. He gets an early night, goes home,
Peace.
and he goes to sleep. What about the rest of you?
I remember the direction he went in, so I can go find him and wake him up later.
Okay.
When something inevitably goes wrong.
Okay.
Right, lads, we've just been on one hell of an adventure, so
Let's go get wasted.
I agree,
think-
but give me a second to patch up my wounds because, yeah, not dying from a hangover
what?
today.
I haven't
Let's all go.
taken any damage since the last rest because I was in a video game.
Let's all go to the infirmary. Let's all patch ourselves up, maybe.
See if we can get some supplies.
To not be an idiot for 5 minutes, and then shortly after, we're going to lose all of that health we gained by downing everything and then ending up getting choke slammed into a table.
Charles, when you go into the infirmary, you see a little fellow that you'd forgotten about. Hello, Master. Kevin has been assigned to the infirmary.
Good job. You've
I
done
feel-
well.
Kevin has been helping people.
That's great to know. Now, I suggest you stay doing that because that is great. That is your purpose now. However, do you still have the weed?
Are you
It's
asking
medical
what I
now.
think you're asking, Master? Time to blaze it.
Blaze it!
He opens
I am an undercover
and he
cop.
gives you
You are under arrest.
like a
I
beautifully
am
wrapped
also
bag
an
full of
undercover
weed.
cop.
Yo,
Has he
my
already
fly.
set it on fire?
No, it's perfectly preserved. He gives you this bag full of weed, Charles.
You saw nothing, Kevin. Nothing.
Yes, Master. Kevin saw nothing.
Good job. Good robot. Good butler. Keep
Hamish,
doing
what
what
do you
you're
do?
I'm gonna look around the infirmary. What do I see?
You see just a couple. You see the main, at the bottom floor of the infirmary seems to be like a reception and waiting area, although there's no one waiting because there's not that many people in trouble. You see a lot of kids with just bruises and scratches, and on the higher floors there's people with regular illnesses. And then on the top floor, there's a bunch of people with battle wounds. They're clearly some sort of guards, and they were involved in some fights. A lot of them have got gunshot wounds, big scratches, and you notice there's a sealed-off, quarantined area for possibly zombie-infected, bitten people.
Well, I am going to try and stop my zombie hand from going in there, and I'm going to scoot around that as far as possible. and I am going to head to the top floor then because 1 HP. I'm pretty darn banged up.
Oh, I'd
So-
say as soon as you guys enter, the nurses, which there aren't many of them, but you see this small looking Irish lady, and she goes, "Oh, you all look a bit banged up. How about we help heal those wounds for you, eh?"
That sounds fantastic. Yes, I would rather like my wounds to be healed without expending my very last spell slot.
You guys spend about an hour in the infirmary getting your wounds patched up. You guys back to full HP.
Fantastic. Can I talk about supplies with them?
Mhm.
So,
Her name is Harriet Jenkins. Oh, hello there. How can I help you? You feeling better now?
much better. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to getting absolutely smashed or not having a very nice night in.
Don't you worry yourself, lad. Us nurses know how to have a good time as well.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm wondering what else you have around here, such as some sort of supplies and things, because I'm supposed to be healing my party. Except they're very, very good at getting themselves killed, so I'm wondering if you got anything.
Next
could
time
help
you
me.
go off on some mission or adventure or whatever young Edward sends you, we can give you a big box of healing supplies.
That would be incredible.
Things like bandages, plasters, adrenaline, whatever you might need.
Shows the trade. Awesome.
Lovely. After you guys spend an hour in the infirmary, you hear two lads run through the door, and it's Kozlov and Bronco from your team.
Boys! Leon,
And
Ali, jeez!
They immediately just start cheering, "Yay!" And Fernandez joins in, "Yay!" And Bobby No Brain just goes, "No Brain!"
I'm very confused, but I just go, "Way!" as well.
Steve.
You guys all start hugging and cheering in the hospital, and Harriet goes up to you and he goes, "I'm sure you're excited to reunite, but could you keep it down a bit? This is an infirmary after all."
It is a library.
No, it's an infirmary. There are people trying to sleep. The library's across the street, actually. We have got a library. If you want to go check that out.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got something like Sport Bakes a Cake or Sport Farms a Haggis,
can't
that'd be
read.
awesome.
Spot comes a haggis. Well, I'm not quite sure what book you're talking about, but you're free to have a look in the library.
Oh, I was raised on the sport books, honestly. That and Thomas the Tank Engine. And
It's
that's the only
only
books I've read
safety
since. Young adult sport novels get very interesting. I'd recommend them.
I'm sure they do. Thank you, lad. Harriet sends you all off out of the infirmary. Steve, do you stay in your bed?
I get up.
It's actually about
as we-
7 o'clock, so it's not actually bedtime.
As we're leaving the hospital, me, Fernandez, Bronco, and Kozlov are all just like throwing Charles up in the air because I've said that he's one of the new members of the football team.
What? I didn't agree.
We're
Wow!
all celebrating like we've just won a tournament. It's like,
Wow! No, please!
you're
put me down.
part of the team now, Charles.
I did not consent!
You fill them in that about the members who have died, and you fill them in that Bing is now leading his own village, and they're all extremely proud. Kozlov is like, "Hey, you better come with us to bar later. We're going to have lots of drink."
Oh, good. So are we.
This is going to be a fun evening.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Okay. You guys all head to the bar. You step in. You see, there's a couple people having just a nice drink and a little chat.
That won't last for much longer.
Steve, where do you go?
I watch from a safe distance.
Steve, not so creepily, watches you guys as you enter the bar. You see this not too short man with very shaggy and greasy hair. He's got like very wide open eyes, and he's just like a bit like crooked, and he's like a bit to himself. He's like,
Hey,
Hello. Welcome to the bar. How can I help all of you?
Right, well, it's been a long night. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. Hell, it's been a long year.
It's been quite a long time
however
for
long
all
we-
of us.
It's been a long apocalypse.
I could really do with a drink.
Yes, a drink. I can serve you a drink.
Because I'm sensible. I'm joking. Give me the strongest thing you've got.
Do you potentially have a free bottle that I could use? I show her the bottle of vodka with holy water, as I would like to transfer this into that bottle and then fill this with vodka.
Yes. Well, hello.
Yeah, I call him over.
Call me over?
The little guy or everyone?
The little guy. He knows me, yeah?
Wait, yes. Yes, Steve. How can I help you?
Yeah, just give them water. Just tell them it's vodka.
Are you sure?
100%.
They seem quite keen on having a good drink.
And I'm quite keen on them not having a drink. So.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I give a perception check to see if I hear this?
No.
Aww.
I'm very quiet.
Very, very
3, are you fucking kidding me?
Look, Steve, I'm actually under very heavy instruction from Edward to give these lads a nice night. They sort of saved you and him and, well, they're guests, and so we're going to give them a nice night. Yes?
I have a request for a drink.
He goes up to all of you. You and he kind of rummages around under his bar stool, and he pulls out this little flask, this sort of metal flask with a leather casing. He's like, "Use this for whatever little. Is that just water you're carrying? This is what you wanted, yes?
Long story. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
whoa,
great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay," and he places it on the bar and then shuffles away. He's like, "No hand-to-hand contact. Steve taught me better."
Good.
I have a request.
Yes.
That's why.
See, now I still have several bottles on me which seem to be empty and don't have any sort of ethanol. Now, if you were to do me a favor and let's say
If we rectify
fill them
that.
up, it means I could advertise your establishment to the world around me.
You
That
see,
would be
Free exposure.
he eyes wide open. He looks at you for a second, nods.
Got it.
And he really quickly shuffles under the bar and just starts whipping out drinks for all of you. And
Can I request some iron brew and some Scotch whiskey, which I'm gonna mix together to make a brugabon.
We don't serve mixed with energy drinks. That's very bad for you.
Iron brew is not an energy drink. It is holy water.
Have I just been drinking iron brew this whole time?
Iron brew is true holy water.
So, Steve, you're not drinking, are you?
No.
Hamish, are you drinking?
I would like to sleight of hand for whatever he's drinking. If it's water, I'd like to sleight of hand switch it for pure vodka.
Oh my god.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
I'd like to order orange juice.
I'd like to use guidance.
I'd like to sleight of hand chug half of it and then pour
Yeah.
vodka into it.
This little guy goes like, yes, of course, Steve. Always got your orange juice. And
Right.
he's
And this
literally
is-
got an orange squeezer, and he squeezes fresh orange juice.
Here you are, Steve.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, of course. I've washed my hands 25 times today already.
Before I
Good.
do this sleight of hand, I quickly go over to Charles and say, "Get his attention quickly."
Understood. Right. Hey, Steve, could you come over here? I need you to explain to me the exact violations that this place is.
That is a 22.
Oh, we. Let me just put my drink down here.
Let me just put my drink down right in the open.
Doody-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, that is a 22. I think
I
it.
skip towards you.
You successfully spike his drink. Charles, what do you say to Steve once he comes over?
I would like you to give me a demonstration of what exactly has this establishment done to prevent any disasters from taking place.
Well, don't even get me started. Let me just get out my official paperwork here.
Is there any chance you could simplify it to like?
Well, I
No.
walk over. I walk over to.
There are no cut corners in the world of safety.
Can you do it in
I
the form
put
of the
I
safety
put a
hats?
I put a
From the
napkin
safety
round Steve's glass and walk it over to him, saying, "Hey, you left your drink at the bar." And there's a napkin round it, so there's no germs. So he should be hopefully okay with me bringing it to him.
Okay, all of you start drinking into the night. Give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh yes.
All of you.
16.
Can I have disadvantage because I want to get drunk?
Yes.
21.
Oh, jeez, Hamish.
If you pass your Constitution saving throw, you can choose to either stay sober or drink more and get yourself drunk.
Wait,
Oh,
got
I got a
I pass?
16, so I'm guessing.
I
Does
got
that mean I
11.
passed?
Yeah.
With a
I am
20,
drinking.
do I feel
Yeah.
nothing?
Yeah. You can hold your liquor, Hamish.
Oh, not the proper blue
Yeah.
then.
10.
Steve passes out first.
I just
You-
stand there
Come on,
and
you love
laugh.
me.
Steve,
Tomorrow.
you pass out, your drink falls on top of you, and you fall on all the dirt on the floor.
Impossible.
I just stand there laughing.
I got an 11.
You don't pass.
That's good. I didn't want to pass.
Oh wait, I need to do a second one, don't I? Because I'm still drunk.
Oh, yeah.
So I've drunk more.
That you-
14.
14. Cool.
That
You
is-
pass again.
More drinks.
I'm very tempted to use my...
I threw it and caught it in midair. That is an 8. I do not pass.
No. You guys drink into the night. You guys kind of have a night where you start bonding together. You
Me and Charles-
guys all together. Even,
I think me and
with,
Charles have put the
Ewan's
boat behind
teammates,
us.
You come out the bar and you start walking down the streets singing together. What song do you sing?
The safety
Wonderwall.
song.
30
the
seconds
safety
to the
dance
left
by
of
the
the
end of our
meeting.
hats.
That is a good song.
You hear
Wait, no,
Bobby
wait, no,
No-Brain
no.
goes,
Wait, dumb ways
"No
to
brain
die.
will
Dumb
meet
ways to die.
again."
Oh, Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah, we know we've seen the Dumb Ways to Die
The
song.
safety song.
And then we just
15
put Mike in all of it.
Okay.
Indeed.
So you guys are walking down the street, singing and cheering, and Edward comes out, and he's not unimpressed. He was expecting it. And he's like, glad to see you're having fun, Charles.
I am Charles.
Yeah.
Yes, you are, mate. Yes, you are.
Charles.
I like this.
I might have chosen the
And
wrong
we-
moment to
we-
do it, but have you met my sister, Charles?
Can we just say that me and
this
the
is-
rest of the footballers are carrying Steve's unconscious body?
This is Caroline Cunningham II. And
Hello, Caroline. I make sure it's
please,
my right hand.
Charles, give me a
A
like
romance check.
give me a like a romance check. Give me a d20.
I would
Oh,
also like to flirt with this girl.
Alan,
That is a
it's your-
natural 20. Liquid courage.
I would
You're like
also
liquid
like to
love,
attempt.
Charles. You're like infatuated. I've heard
I
quite
would-
the tale about you, Charles. Is it?
Yes, that is my name. That is
Looks
my
like
name.
you're having quite a fun night, eh?
Well, we've just been through the most rigorous adventure I've ever had, so I thought I'd raise the spirits of my acquaintances and see where it goes.
Well, I've got quite my own tales of adventures. Perhaps we
I'd
can
love
talk them
to
over
hear.
tomorrow morning over a match of pigeon shooting.
I would love the challenge.
Hamish and the footballers are singing Sweet
I
Caroline at the
would
top
let
of their
you
lungs.
know. I used to be
I
a
should
champion.
think so,
Right.
Mr. Withbotham. I am quite competitive.
Oh, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
Charles, give me a charisma check.
That is 6. Wait, charisma. Wait. Give me a second. I need my modifiers. Got to make sure I do this well. That is a 18.
Nice. For being drunk, you're doing surprisingly well.
Liquid
I would-
courage.
I would
dear
like
friend.
a arm wrestling rematch right now.
Hamish wants to
Right.
arm wrestle everyone.
Yeah, right now.
Possibly with both hands at once.
I beat you last time.
Yeah, but
You two
it's
give me a
different
post-strength
story
checks.
now.
Steve, you wake up. You're quite tipsy, and you're being
Nat
carried by
20.
Ewan's teammates.
Nat 20.
I got a 17. I'm blaming the ethanol.
Ewan
I
wins
shoot
this
you.
match of arm wrestling.
What?
Charles, I'm going to throw a luck check to see if Caroline was watching.
Oh no.
She actually wasn't. She was already heading back with Edward.
You would not taint my evening. Oh, today
It's a
is one
taint.
to remember. Now,
Um,
Hamish.
Yes. Yes.
I go back to singing Sweet Caroline with my
What?
teammates.
What is that thing on your shoulder? I never asked, but what
Which
is it?
shoulder?
uh,
There's an arm on one, a haggis on another.
uh,
But what is the honking? Is it a car?
It's I'm pretty sure it's not a car.
It
He's-
certainly sounds like it.
It's my best friend.
Your best friend is a car? I must
No,
say
my
that's
best
not
friend is a haggis.
haggis.
Haggis. I've
Are you
never
trying to
even
haggle
had
me,
a
sir?
car.
I say I will not be haggled tonight. There have been too many people trying to get into my business today, and I say if you were to do that, I'd lose respect for you.
How would you regain your respect for me if you had Brian's gun I fixed up then?
I pass out.
I'd be willing to gamble
Charles-
for it. I'd be willing to
Charles
play games.
passes out on the street. One man is down. Steve, you're being carried by Ewan's teammates while they're singing Sweet Caroline.
Let me go.
Give me a persuasion check.
That Ewan Jackson, Mike's apprentice. I knew it.
Mike.
Okay, what am I wrong? Persuasion by just saying, let me go. 17.
Nice. They
We
drop
just drop you.
onto the ground, and you take 1 damage.
Huh.
Sweet Caroline.
There were so many safer ways you could have put me down. It's probably the least
Steve,
safe.
you then pass out on the street when they drop you.
So unsafe.
Hamish, you see, after a while of waddling a bit longer, you see Faber step out of the bar with even more drink. He's like,
The night's not done yet, boys. Let's carry on drinking.
Back to
Wake me up! Wake
Oh yeah,
me up!
I've just picked up Charles on my own. I'm like just cradling Charles now.
Do I wake up?
give me, well, yeah. Faber picks you up and he gives you a piggyback ride as you run down the street.
We clock mimics the noise exactly.
Everyone give me perception checks with disadvantage.
5.
8.
14.
13.
Okay, you all have your attention focused on different things. Charles, you for a second think you see your father down the street, and then you run over to him, and it's Harriet the nurse. Can I help you, Mr.
Hello,
Whitbotham.
Charlie. How do you... Oh, wait, you're not Charlie.
No, that's you, darling. You're Charlie.
No, Charlie is my father. I am Charles Whitbotham the Fourth. I'm sorry. I've had some water today, so I'll be fine in the morning. But I was wondering tomorrow if we could go and you could give me some things and thongs.
Yes, of course, Mr. Whitbotham. We're going to give you some things. I'm sure Edward is actually planning on sending you all on a mission tomorrow.
What? This is news to me. I'm not prepared.
After you take some days to rest, of course. Steve, you start noticing lots of health violations everywhere. Give me a roll for a panic attack.
Oh. I thought I was going to do something about it, but nope, okay. Forgot that was a thing. 12.
You don't manage to keep it together. What do you do?
I run over and knock him out so he doesn't hyperventilate.
Give him a harmonica to make it more interesting.
Give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Oh, with pleasure.
I hate the injection.
That's a nat 2. So the first roll is a 4. The second roll is a 17. So a 4.
You drunkenly stagger and try to swing at Steve. When you're rolling one of these dice, I just had to spill them out. And you take 2 damage, which will be healed up when you wake up in the morning.
Come on, if you're going to punch someone, at least punch them in a safe way.
And,
Like this.
Everyone,
Punch
give
them
me
back.
another perception check with disadvantage. Sorry, what were you doing, Steve?
Hamish has given Steve a harmonica.
Excuse me, what?
What were you doing, Steve?
You've got to spice up the panic attack.
No, I said, if you're going to punch someone, at least punch them safely, like this. Punch him back.
Give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Come on. Oh. 4.
You swing.
Yeah, my
and
AC is
miss.
13. That ain't hitting. I
you
would like to
take
say
4 damage.
At least do it safely, like this.
doing it safely is never gonna hit. You gotta do it with style. I jump and try to spinning kick him to knock him
Give
out.
me another attack with disadvantage.
Did someone say style?
That's the first. Okay, so the first one's an 18.
Mm.
The second, oh my god, the second one's a nat 20.
Roll your
do
damage.
it with style.
Before you do that, I've ran over and I'm observing.
Roll your damage.
Okay, so this is a d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Steve, you get kicked in the face and really hard.
You gotta do it with style.
No. You got it. I know you got it all wrong. That wasn't safe at all. I got really hurt. No. You got to do it from a range. Punch them from a range. That's when I get out my bow and arrow and shoot myself towards his direction.
Wait, so you're gonna shoot yourself?
Yes.
Give me an attack roll with disadvantage.
What are you gonna do? Punch me or headbutt me?
Punch, clearly.
Just like Superman.
10.
10. You don't hit.
Yeah, does
the
not
arrow
hit
just
my AC.
flings
My
up
AC is
into the
13.
sky, and then it falls back down and just goes into your shoulder, and you don't notice that it's actually hit you, and you take.
Well, no, I was launching myself though.
Well, with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I used
you
the bow
just,
and arrow to launch myself.
You hold on to the arrow, and you just manage to throw yourself into the dirt a few feet.
Safety.
No, you can't just shoot yourself. You gotta make it look good. I do a backflip and attempt to land on him.
Yeah, if you're gonna shoot yourself.
If you're going to shoot yourself, you've got to do it correctly. I pull out my gun, put it under my chin.
No, I see this and it's no.
Just wipe out our
blade
whole
of grass and
party.
tries to play it like an instrument.
I'd say eventually you guys pass out for the night. That's
Just
enough
on the
shenanigans
street.
for this night.
I am victorious.
You heard him. He's victory.
I win.
You wake up in a like a massive like mattress with all your teammates just like snoring together, and Steve is like being spooned by one of them.
One big
Well, this brings
bed.
back some memories.
Hamish, you
I
and
like it.
Weejock wake up in Faber's workhouse. He clearly found you and took you there. Charles, you wake up in quite a tidy bed, and you see Coraline is there, and she hands you a glass of water. Good
Oh,
morning, Charles.
Good morning, Caroline. Thank you for the glass of water. That was truly a night to remember. Are we
Yeah, the
still
whole-
on?
The whole town heard you. Seems like you were having quite a night.
Oh, it truly was something to witness. I must say, can I roll for a erection check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ike's legacy.
That is a 16.
I'm gonna do a perception check for
That's how
Coraline.
many inches?
No, there's no need for that part. Steve, what have you done?
It's a natural 20!
Morning words to morning words.
Wait. Can I come into the room? Hand you
What?
something and say, safety first.
Steve walks into the room and hands you this thing, and Coraline just looks down, looks up at you, and goes, "Well, I suppose I best leave you to your morning business. I will catch you later for the pigeon shooting.
Absolutely.
You better realize that the rest of your time here," she's like not making any eye contact at you, "will not be a holiday, and you will need to do some work to earn your place here. I will see you later." And she hurries out the room.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Fuck you, Steve.
What did I
Delinquent.
do? What did I do?
Okay, you guys now have like a 2-day downtime in Sunnover. What do you all do?
Maintain being shit-faced for the full 2 days.
I'm
When you come back to the bar the next day, the little guy looks up at you and he goes, "Well, actually, Edward said only to give you all one night of fun. I'm pretty sure they're going to need you lot to do work. See, that's how we work here in Sunnover. We all pitch into the work that's happening."
right.
I want
Okay.
to get annoyed at this
Yeah.
guy, but I know my image will be ruined, so I begrudgingly accept that I'm not allowed to drink.
Okay. What do you all do during these 2 days?
Hamish gets up, is hungover, slams his head against the wall 5 times, and he's perfectly well again. He's gonna do a couple
I
things.
see Hamish doing that and see if it'll work for myself.
Give me
and properly slam my head into a wall.
Give me a con saving throw, Ewan, to see if you hurt yourself.
7.
You take 1 damage.
Okay, that's fine. It's still okay. I'm on like 21. It's fine.
You
Okay.
see,
Was that a
we
long
only
rest?
have the safest wall.
Yes,
here.
it was a long rest, so you guys are all.
The wall just doesn't even have a dent in it.
Yeah.
Know that I've done that. I reckon I'm gonna go to what's his face, the crafty man.
Faber.
Look over
Well,
the
actually, my name is Jack.
Jack. All right, Jack Faber. Faber Jack. Jaber. Jaber, meet me Faber. Can we try and make something out of this? I think none of us really have very decent armor, so that'd be nice.
Yeah. He spends. Do you want to spend the day with him crafting that armor?
Can we make the crocs as well? Can we make some crocs? a little bit of armor for Wee Jock to cover him with,
Okay.
and some armor for us. But the
Um,
crux is the most important thing here.
okay. Who of you have unarmored defense? That's Ewan and
Hamish.
yeah. Okay, so I'd say you managed to make 2 sets of like armor pieces, so like gauntlets and like knee pads and stuff. And for 2 people, you've got that gives them +2 to AC. Or like if your AC is lower than 14, your AC becomes 14.
My AC is 14, but
My
only
AC
with
is
unarmored.
currently with unarmored defense. My AC is 13. My AC normally is 12.
It's like I think how armor works in D&D, they've got values. It's
There's
I'll
a
say-
minimum value plus dexterity normally.
okay, so I'll make this armor 13 plus your dex.
Oh, that'll make it 15 for me. Yes, please. I'll make it better than my unarmored defense. So yes, please.
So we have one more set of armor left, and Danger Mike's biker armor, which gives him a +2. So who wants what?
I'll take the one that makes my AC 15.
Okay,
I
Because
will
if I-
take.
If I took it, I
Neither.
could have an AC of 16, which would be sick, but I don't think I need it quite as much as you guys because I have damage resistance.
Is it a finely tailored suit?
Well, no, it's actually armor pieces made from alligator skin.
Right.
The croc will
and,
kill.
would I be able to place these things under, so they will be?
I suppose that's possible, yes.
I would do that then. If
okay.
any to get my way.
You guys also have Danger Mike spike armor.
So
I was going to give that
my
to
AC
you.
is now 15. Yes.
Yes.
I was going to give the biker armor to Ewan because I
Wait,
think
what does the biker armor
You know what?
do? How would
Mike-
it change my AC?
Mike gave it to people in his will. You
He
guys
gave it to
not
me.
Listening?
He gave it to me, so I was going to give it to
Yeah.
Because it does.
The bike armor
7
is
total
12
armor.
plus dex.
Then that would be 14, whereas the
Mhm.
other one makes my AC 15. So
How much is the armor that I got?
It's what is it? 13 plus your dex modifier.
That's wow. I think I'm 16 then.
Nice.
Because
And then I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to. Steve, what's your AC like?
What is my AC like? Did I even write that down?
Hopefully. I don't think I have your sheet.
I assume 100.
I think everyone else's
Safety
is
first.
like 14 or 13.
I will check.
I have more than you because I'm safe.
Hey, Steve.
Well, I reckon I'm going to give
Yeah.
Steve the biker armor to get in his
No.
good. Do you not want it?
I would do anything for safety, but I would not wear that.
In that case, Hamish is going to make some serious modifications to this biker armor, so it goes from fitting a 7-foot tall Goliath to
Well,
a 5-foot tall monster dwarf.
You could keep that bike armor for someone because Ewan Fernandez reminds you that you guys did bring a body for Bobby No Brain, and you've got the chance to take him to the infirmary to try do something about that.
I don't want to take that decision because I feel like it would put Bobby in danger because I feel like he is very weak and I don't
Let
want him
him
dying
decide.
on me.
Let him decide.
Yeah.
I look down at Bobby.
It's his body. Well, I mean, it's Mike's body, but
I look down at. Yeah, I want to try and just reason with him that I feel like he would be safer just staying on my belt rather than having his own body.
Give me a persuasion check. No brain?
Persuasion. 23.
Okay, that's definitely more than enough. He
Yeah.
kind of nods. He like kind of jangles, which is his way of nodding because he's hung on your belt, and he just like closes his eyes and rubs up against your leg. No brain.
I sell the body on the black market.
Sells
I'm
organs.
joking. I'm joking.
You guys
I-
do have this body with you, so it's up to you what you want to do with it.
Well,
I mean,
think-
Hamish is going to use. He's not quite sure what he's going to do with it yet, but he's going to do something, and he's going to like smith armor. So is
Alright.
12 plus dex, is that 13
Yeah.
plus? 12 plus
The
dex.
crocodile armor is 13 plus dex. Bike armor is 12 plus dex.
All right.
Can I request some ammunition from you, Mr.?
Yes.
What was your name? Sorry, I seem to have misplaced that
Oh,
information.
Fever.
But right, okay.
Oh,
Fever.
Jack, sorry.
Jack, righto. I'll try to stick to that. Keeps it nice and simple for my.
Well, you might want to go see Edward about that.
Righto.
Edward will lead you to our ammunition lad.
Righto. Well, if that is all you can provide to me, I take my leave and I thank you. I immediately leave and go to Edward's place.
You go and I'll sort this out at the beginning of next session when you do sit out. All the armor and stuff you get restocked. And after 2 days of resting and doing odd things, helping out with some farming or whatever you're needed for, Edward, not chores for you, Charles, obviously. Edward and Coraline lead you all to their planning room, and Edward says, I've gathered you all here because, quite frankly, we're going to need your help. At least Sunnover needs your help. I can't spare any more scouts at the moment. We've actually recently lost 2 of our scouting groups. We fear it is the same people that destroyed Vineville, but we're not quite sure who that is yet. And, well, we do have a mission for you, if you're all hopefully up for it. We've refurbished your vehicle that you came here with. We've put in some mattresses, your equipment you may need. We've got healing supplies, some whatever we can give from food supplies. And I want to send you over to Prowlis Farms. It's a little north of here. They stopped responding a couple of weeks ago, and we have no clue why.
Righto. It will be done.
I thank you, Charles. He gives you a good handshake. And you guys, what do? You before getting back on the bus?
Can I sneak into the bar and take some alcohol? Make this the
give me
party
a stealth
bus.
check.
Stealth? Oh, you want this to work, do you?
That one. Please.
That is an 18.
18, cool. You managed to roll me a d6 to see how many bottles you managed to swipe.
5.
5, cool. You've got 5 bottles of vodka.
Party time!
Before I head off to this bus, oh, sorry. My apologies.
No, go on.
Is there any chance I can talk to Mr. Jack or Mr. Faber and see if there's anything of use that he could provide to me?
Edward already told you that you've got like useful supplies. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, Charles?
Well, to be honest, I was hoping if someone could, last minute see if they could find some kind of pistol, especially if it's light. I'd prefer some kind of adaptation.
Well, unfortunately, we're quite short on weapons at the moment, but we have given you the ammunition we can stock.
Wait, is Brian's gun light? Is Brian's gun light?
Yes, it's a compact shotgun.
Oh, it's light.
Hamish gifts Charles the fixed iron shotgun.
Thank you. Would you like a bow in its place?
You know what? I don't see why not. Let's do it, yeah.
And Steve, if you don't mind accompanying them for this one, I have a feeling if Prowlis Farms is contaminated, we're going to need a good health administrator there to make sure it's all running smoothly.
So you're not coming? I have to stay with them?
Yes, Steve, I'm afraid I've got bigger things to attend to. Give me an insight check to when he says that.
All right. 4.
You just... Nothing.
Alright. I'd like to take Edward aside a moment and tell him about the bartender, the short bartender, has been up to some activities that go against the safety of Sunnover, and he should be banished.
Right, well, we'll attend to that as soon as we can. As soon as you're back, I'll let you get right on that.
Okay.
Okay, you guys get on the bus. Right before you go, Faber calls out to you and he says,
You know, that vehicle is going to need a name if you're going to be driving it around on all your missions.
I say the Danger Bus.
No.
His name must live
No.
on. I look at Charles and Hamish. You guys are with me on this, right? His name needs to live on.
What was Danger Mike's middle name? What's something more subtle that Steve won't get?
Stephanie.
Was his was it
Huh?
Stephanie?
Dangerous Stephanie
It
Michael.
was us.
Let's call the
It was
bus
us.
Dead Wife.
OUS.
Can we name the bike? Can we
Bike's
name
dead
the bus
wife.
Dead Wife?
Anything but that.
MDW.
just call the bus
Let's all
Mike's
get
dead wife.
Let's all go
Mike's
and
dead
make
wife.
Mike's dead wife.
Wait, did you
Faber
say-
comes up and he says,
Wait,
good names, and on the bus he spray paints Mike's dead wife on the bus.
wait.
I
Mike-
have a request.
Wait.
I paint one corner of the bus tartan.
Okay.
Don't ask how. I've got some tartan paint.
I somehow make my way up onto the roof and spray a big number 7 on the roof.
You bet your bottom I've got a cup of tea ready to be placed everywhere, and also I've got 17 Union Jacks. Don't ask how.
Good.
What do you mean, Mike's dead wife?
And that's
She's
where we'll end
still
our
alive.
session. Because I need to go for dinner. And that's a good place to end as any.
Great.
Oh, this was a fun
This was
session, guys.
wonderful.
I enjoyed this one. I
liked being drunk. I really
I did
tried.
Oh, I very much enjoyed playing drums.
I
It's
really
worryingly
I hated it.
well, yeah. Yeah, we're ending the session right there on the reveal of Mike's not so dead wife.
Well, we're going to need a new name.
No,
Mike's
it'll stay
wife.
christened Mike's dead wife.
Right.
You find
I'll
out
go
she's alive.
through,
Because if we
Go on.
find her, we should kill her. It's what he would have wanted.
I'll go through the supplies and how you can customize your vehicle at the beginning of next session. We'll catch you guys next time. Say goodbye to the listeners, everyone.
Farewell.
listeners.
Bye bye. We'll meet again. Don't
Don't
know
know
when.
when.
Don't know when.